feeling where you put on noise cancelling headphones and the world just disappears. It's magic. A kind of instant peace. But every time I do it, I wonder, who decided what counts as noise? Because somewhere deep inside this device, an algorithm is choosing which sounds matter and which don't. And the more I think about it, the more it feels like silence itself is being designed for us. If this fascinates you even just a little bit, come along for the journey today.
Welcome to the insides of my logbook while doing a PhD in AI. I'm hoping that you think, I hadn't thought about it like that. Before we head out into the noisy world today, I need my green screen to explain what noise cancellation actually is. So it started out as a safety feature, invented in the 1950s for pilots who actually needed to hear safety instructions over the roar of the engines. So the older versions of it, and still today this is kind of what's in actually most of our headphones, there is a microphone that detects the sounds of the world. So it is like a unidirectional microphone. Think of it as like a fan. I'll show a picture here. It detects these external sound waves. And then what it does is it actually generates the opposite of those sound waves. And this is what I mean. You can see a sound wave is this is going to give you a simple sine wave of here. And if you flip it over, if you put them together, you see that they actually cancel each other out. And that, my friend, is noise cancellation. It's quite simple. And nowadays, it's everywhere. On planes, in offices, most of the people wearing earphones or headphones these days actually have this. So that is the simple way in which it's done. And like I said before, it's in most of our devices. However, with the onset of AI and machine learning, now we can have this type of control, where it's not just the opposite wavelength cancelling it out. It's choosing certain things based upon training data to cancel out. And that's where it gets a little bit eerie. And we've normalized it. It's the switch that we don't even think about, but it makes chaos vanish. But it isn't just about sound. It's about attention. We've almost built a world that is so loud that we need technology to create some sort of silence. And in that silence, we feel control, like we're curating reality itself.
Just a human lesson. What is us? Chatter of a food market, footsteps in the hallway, distant thunder. But now, quiet is something that we buy. Noise cancellation doesn't just separate by sound, but experience. It divides what's meant for us and what isn't. It decides that the baby crying, or the cars on the street, the coffee grinder, the musician playing on the sidewalk are just distractions. And we agree because comfort, it feels good. But every filtered sound is a tiny act of editing the world. And the question is, who gets the power to edit this? So every act of cancellation is a judgment. The algorithm doesn't hear noise. It's trained to predict what we wouldn't want to hear. But the question is, who is we? The average listener. This average listener was defined decades ago, and chances are it's a white male, Western controlled environment. And this is no shame to white men. I don't think it's all of your choices, but if we're speaking stereotypically, this is what happened, or what is happening. So this technology doesn't just remove noise. It removes what doesn't fit the ideal listener's comfort. And once you see it like that, it's kind of difficult to unhear. Because it's the same idea that's repeated everywhere. Cameras decide what to blur, spam filters decide what's irrelevant, recommendation systems decide what's off topic. Noise cancellation is just this audio or this audible version of the bigger societal issue that we find ourselves in within this AI world we're living in now. Or maybe I should say algorithmic world we're living in. And in this world, the one where machines curate the chaos of life, maybe not all noise is bad. Maybe some noise is this level of truth that maybe needs to be heard.
There is something beautiful about silence, though. It gives us space to think in this very noisy world of social media and the internet. It gives us space to think, to breathe, just to be. But we must remember that silence designed for us isn't the same as silence that we choose. We should keep using the tech. I think we need to listen more intentionally. Maybe sometimes we don't have to cancel the noise. Maybe it's good to hear kids screaming on the playground. It gives a little bit of life and joy to the world. Let the sound of the world leak in, the human mess, the uneven rhythm, because noise is just life, unedited. The goal isn't to escape it, but to understand what it's actually trying to say and have control over what you want to hear. Hello! It's the evening time where I have cream in my hair, and this pimple, you don't see it. I think I'm getting sick. Anyway, it's time for our thought experiment, or a glimpse into the future. Imagine a world where everything has noise cancellation built in. Your house, your apartment, your office. Your phone filters out angry tones. Your glasses blur unpleasant images. Your home has this silent hum. Life becomes frictionless, smooth, polished. But if we lose these small imperfections, will we feel less alive? Maybe silence isn't what we should be chasing. Maybe it's the sound of listening that we've actually been missing all along in this new modern world. And I hadn't really thought about that. I always thought about noise cancellation being this great thing. But I think these great things can turn into quite disastrous things depending on whose hands they get into. Because imagine some dictatorship saying this AI in your headphones needs to filter out X. Like, it's kind of crazy, right? I hope we never get to that type of world. I don't know. I guess I don't hear it, so maybe we exist in there already. Anyway, I need to go to bed because I'm not feeling so well. Suddenly got really sick today. Okay, not really sick. I'm not really sick. But you know when you feel like, oh, I'm gonna have a cold or flu, whatever. And it's the weekend and I just wanted to chill and have a nice weekend. But now I'm going to feel all sorry for myself. But maybe it's a one-day thing. So I'll check in with you tomorrow.